The number one thing that I got wrong with DAW Nation coming up to this point was overcommitting. That has been something that has plagued me for literally my entire life, right? When I started working out in high school, it's like, yeah, I can work out twice every single day. And then it's like, that's just not sustainable. And, figuring out how to work through that. When I was in college, I took too many classes. It's like, all right, how do I work through that? Taking on too many projects at the same time with DAW Nation, committing to too much, just the number one problem that I faced was overcommitting. And one of the number one consequences of overcommitting is burnout. And I have been in burnout for so long. And perhaps you're in burnout right now too. And burnout, the way that it looks is like you're waking up tired. You can just stare at the screen and feel this fog. It feels like you're like swimming through tar. You are exerting so much effort. So you're not lazy. You're not doing anything. You're absolutely doing stuff and you're working as hard as you can. But everything feels like it's an insane amount of effort to get just the tiniest little thing done. You get extremely discouraged when you realize that, for example, a 3-step process turns into a 36-step process, right? You're like, oh, it's so easy. I just need to do this thing. But wait, before I do that thing, I got to do this and do that. And oh crap, I did that wrong. I got to go back a step. My entire framework's wrong. I got to start over. Okay, now I do this. No, I got it wrong again. How did I not learn? And oh, there's these 4 other steps I got to do. Now I got to go talk to this person about it because I need to get their approval. It's just like, that is so like, that's discouraging for everyone. But when you're in burnout, that's like brings you to the edge of wanting to quit day after day after day. You know what I mean? Not finding joy in the things that you once did. Like I used to love playing a video game or sitting down and watching a movie, and being in burnout, it's like, yeah, I enjoy it, but it's not a love. Like I don't feel those feelings. I'm just like, I'd rather do it than not do anything. But like, I can tell the vibrancy is gone, And so there's that, poor mental health, dealing with depression, anxiety, absolutely, that's a part of burnout. It just sucks. Like that is the number one consequence of overcommitting is burnout. And I have been burnt out for years. And if I'm being frank and transparent, I don't know how to get out of it. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop working. I'm not going to give up. But dude, like it's rough. I've heard people talk about how you have to go to specific types of therapy to heal burnout. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. There's the thing, you have to take time for yourself. My guy, I got like 20 kids, okay? Like I can't do that very well, I wake up, and the second I wake up, I'm getting kids ready for school and taking care of our littlest baby. And, I'm not saying it's just me, obviously it's me and my wife, but, I'm doing that. Then I immediately come into work and I work until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I spend time with my kids and I don't get my kids to bed until 9 o'clock. My guy, when do I do it? There's ways to do it. There's ways to figure it out. I know I'm kind of being hyperbolic, and is that hyperbolic? I know I'm kind of being, I hate to say too extreme or too close-minded. Clearly those ways, but that's kind of been the conversation that's been going around and around in my mind forever. And so, just you need to spend time for yourself. It's like my eye starts twitching, and I'm like. Okay, that's like telling someone that has cancer, yeah, you need to go to the doctor. You think? Try to figure that out. Anyways, if you have insight into how to heal burnout, I'm begging you. Send me a DM. Send me an email. Write me a letter. Okay? Please. Like, I need something with that. So yeah, that is what I got wrong last time. I overcommitted on things. I took on way too much, which led to insane burnout that I'm still dealing with now. That's so hard not to do, because we get so overly ambitious that like we see something and it's working, and so you get that huge dopamine rush, and so you're like, yeah, let's do it again and again and again, and let's do more. And there's like the toxic work energy where you feel like you always need to be doing something, you feel like you can't rest, and so that plays into it. And yeah, it's a lot. So that's what I got wrong last time. Don't do it. Most of you are going to do it, and I'll be there to hug you when you're burnt out too. We can burn out together. Little pieces of ashes just rubbing it. This is getting weird. DAW Nation, listen very closely. This is not the end to this content. This was a teeny tiny little snippet from our full episode. You can check out the full episode in the link in the description. And when you go to the free episode, you can get a free pack over there. So go check it out right now. Why are you still here? Get out of here. Go check it out. We'll see you over there.